All of us feel lonely once in a while. We have times when we just really feel all alone. But did you know that loneliness plagues so many people in our society? Day after day, week after week, month after month, they just feel, even when they're in a crowd, loneliness, a sense of overwhelming loneliness. Surprisingly, there's a study that tells us who are the most lonely people. And I'll tell you that in just a moment. But first of all, let me say hi once again. Thanks for joining me for another program here of Heart to Heart. I trust that these messages that do really come from my heart, and I hope that touch your heart, will be a blessing to you. Well, as I said, surprisingly, a study by the American Council of Life Insurance revealed that the loneliest group of people in America is college students. Now, I think that is something that all of us at Alpha Assembly in Clarion, Pennsylvania, right down the road from Clarion University, should make us perk up and think like maybe there are many college students on the campus there that are really lonely and looking for a church or looking for people to fellowship with, looking for a small group to be a part of, looking to have a friend. I pray that the Lord will help me and help all of us to think about that seriously and pray about that. But then come those who are divorced. They're lonely. And welfare recipients, single mothers, rural students, housewives, and then finally the elderly. We would think that maybe the elderly would be the most lonely people, but they're last in that study that was done by the American Council of Life Insurance. Now, Chuck Swindoll, the noted author and preacher, pointed out how lonely people can be. He saw an ad posted in a Kansas newspaper, and it read this: "I will listen to you talk for 30 minutes without interrupting, without comment, for $5. Well, the person who placed that ad wasn't joking either, because there were those who actually answered that ad. And it was only a matter of time before the person who placed that ad was getting 10 to 20 calls a day. Now, that should tell us something, that the sharp pain of loneliness is really intense. And it was so intense in that situation that some were willing to do anything just for 30 minutes of companionship with someone else. Now, I don't know about you, but maybe life is lonely, or may it seem lonely for you. But you know what? There is a friend that we have that sticks closer than a brother. Now, I'm not saying that we should not really take our responsibility to reach out and touch people that may be plagued by loneliness. But it is true that Jesus is a friend to us, and we can lean on him in our darkest hours. You know, Jesus experienced loneliness on the cross. Imagine that. While he was perfect as God, he also experienced the same things that we do as human beings. So, if you're lonely, remember Christ's promise to never leave us or forsake us. You can talk to him anytime for free. But let me also encourage you to be aware of people as you pass them on the street, or as you sit in a restaurant, and uh, just notice if there's somebody by themselves. You can just sit down beside them and start up a conversation, and who knows, they might really be a person that is lonely. and maybe we can be um, uh, helping and ministering to them, and not only making them feel less lonely, but also leading them to Christ, to find out that Christ is that friend that sticks closer than a brother. Well, I'm glad that you have joined me today, and I trust that if you're lonely, I will pray for you. I don't know who watches this program, but if you feel that, um, you can call the church. You can call me, and talk to me, and that's for free. But I have seen this very thing in many people that I have counseled over the years, and even now, as my wife and I are developing a clientele of people that come to us to our counseling center called Compass Counseling, and people really are lonely, and it causes all kinds of other things, anxiety and depression and fear and all things like that. So anyway, um, again, let me tell you, you're always welcome at Alpha Assembly, and Sundays at Alpha Assembly will make a difference in your week because of the great music, because of the fellowship, because of the Word of God that is preached in a way that it's relevant, and it's not long, it's to the point, and we try to make every service a real means of blessing the people that come. So I hope that you'll stop by some Sunday morning at 10:30 and check us out. In the meantime, God bless you. Have a great day, and Lord willing, we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.